All right, we bring it back in here. It is the Full Mount MMA.com powered the TFM Live podcast. Sean Stanley, Brian Coyle here with you. Broke down a little bit of PED talk to begin with. Now we're going to dive into UFC Chicago.
I've got good news, Sean. No one else has tested positive for any estrogen blockers.
Yeah, it's not a pay-per-view. This I'm waiting for somebody to get hurt or pop on a test, but I forgot this isn't a pay-per-view, right?
No, it is a UFC on Fox card on Big Fox this Saturday from the United Center. UFC Fight Night, Chicago. Once co-headlined by Anthony Johnson and Glover Teixeira, that fight is no longer on that card. It's on UFC 202, which used to have the Carlos Condit, Damian Maia fight, but now that's headlining the fight night in Vancouver. So lots of card movement. This card has pretty much been settled since Johnson pulled out, and they've rescheduled that fight. Holly Holm makes her return to the octagon since losing to Miesha Tate a couple months ago. She takes on Valentina Shevchenko, the number 7 ranked women's bantamweight fighter. And this is a major spot for Holm. I haven't seen a lot of build-up to this fight. I don't know what the ratings are going to be. The UFC is basically banking on Holm's drawing ability as the person who knocked out Ronda Rousey, and I'm interested to see how the ratings work. But from a fight perspective, this is a fight that Holm has to be kind of protective of, because Shevchenko is a grinder. She's the type of fighter who's a dog. She will go after Holly Holm, and I know it's not the smartest thing to throw with a boxing champion, but we don't know what kind of Holly Holm we'll get, because we still don't know, because she was very, very, very cautious against Miesha Tate in her title fight. What do you think about this fight coming up? Because, as you like to say, anything can happen, and this is a very intriguing main event to me.
No, it's very intriguing, and you know, we discuss this all the time, and I feel like I at least repeat myself every time it happens. When you get beat, how Holly Holm got beat. Again, we've seen Jose Aldo come back and look fantastic. We've seen, but you've also seen fighters come back and not be so fantastic. She was at the top of the world. She'd beaten Ronda Rousey. She was going to be the face of female fighting, and then she went out there and lost to Miesha Tate. Does that, you know, you can go one of two ways, you know. I mean, the camp is, you know, how mentally tough is she? She seems like she's very put together mentally. I guess we'll find out when the bell rings and she's got to take on Shevchenko there. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This one is going to be a tough one, because I always worry about you won't know until how she reacts to the first time. What happens if she gets put in that same position again? Is she going to be? You got to remember, she didn't tap out against Tate.
She passed out.
She went to sleep.
WrestleMania 13, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she showed that, hey, look, you're going to have to take it over. You know, I don't want to say dead body, but she passed out. She was not tapping out. She was not going to lose that belt by giving it to Miesha Tate. She just went to sleep. Yep. So you have that, you know, that's Holm. So you're going to have two grinders there, and right now it's who wants it more. It's almost like a trap fight for Holm, because if she wins, you're kind of expected to win. Yeah, if you lose,
her nickname is Bullet for a reason. She's going to come at you.
Yeah.
She's 1-1 in the UFC. If you haven't heard of her, she beat Sarah Kaufman in a split decision in her debut in December, then lost to Amanda Nunes on that same card as Holly Holm losing to Miesha Tate at UFC 196. Conor McGregor went down as well in a unanimous decision. So the last time we saw her was against now the current UFC women's bantamweight champion, and Shevchenko tried. It didn't seem like she was getting a lot. She could get past Nunes's wall that she kind of put up, and it wasn't the most exciting fight. And I expect this one to kind of just be a grinded out. It won't be the most entertaining fight, at least from my perspective. I don't know. I don't see it going to be like that. I think it might go the distance, the way it kind of goes. But who knows? We could have a flash KO, because you can never predict this sport. But you're right. This is a very dangerous, because we still don't know. Like, Holly Holm came out with the perfect mentality, beat Ronda Rousey, right? She comes out against Tate. She's obviously staying away. And she was scoring points like a boxer would. And then she got caught, and that was it. She tapped out she passed out in the 5th round. So it will be interesting to see what Shevchenko does if she focuses more on her Muay Thai, getting up in the clinch, because you don't want to stay far away from Holm because of the reach and the lankiness that she has. So I'm excited for this fight. It's not the big Holly Holm fight that you would think right after Miesha Tate, but there's a very real possibility here that we see another upset that can throw the women's bantamweight division into a tizzy. Who do you got in this fight? Because we have to make our picks. I still haven't totaled them up yet.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, way to go there. I need to know. I need to know where I stand right now to know which pick I need to go here. No,
I think you're ahead of me by a couple fights.
All right, I'm going with Holm just because she's the more proven fighter to me right now, and for nothing else, that I think she is mentally tough to where she can put that behind her, and hopefully we see the Holly Holm that we saw against Rousey, and even, need I say, the non-exciting Holm that we saw before she fought Rousey, which is why we thought she had no chance against Rousey. But I think she'll get the victory, as you said.
I agree with you. I think it will be very, very tenuous, though. I think it's going to be very close. I think Shevchenko's got a real shot at beating her, but I'm going to go with Holm simply because I think the distance will be an issue for Shevchenko trying to come in and do her work in the clinch and try to use her Muay Thai.